Hi learners, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today let us see the new topic from the calculus, that is the differentiation, and we are going to see the part 1 of it because it's a big topic, so we cannot do all in one. So actually what is differentiation? Differentiation actually is a method of finding the derivative of a function. So now we are going to see some of the, not all, but some of the formulas of the differentiation. So the first one is, we can say this f of x is c. C means that is a constant. So f dash x, that will be 0. Or we can also write this as d by dx of c is 0. So this is nothing but d by dx. So now what we can say, the other formula is, if f of x is x raised to n, then f dash x is n x raised to n minus 1. Or we can also write that as d by dx is the dx of x raised to n is nx raised to, so this is n minus n minus 1. So now let us see the examples here. First, we are going to see for the definition of derivative. So this is the formula for that one. F dash x is equal to limit. This is LIMS, that says that is limit h tends to 0. This says that is tends to 0. F of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. So now let us see the examples based on this one. So use the definition of the derivative to find the derivative of fx is 6. So we are going to write this one, for this is given. So we will start with this one, f dash x, that is limit h tends to 0. This is the formula what you are going to write it. And in place of now, what will you do? This will write as it is, x plus h, means this is f of x plus f of h. So f of x, what is that? That is 6. So this is 6. And f of h means here you are going to put 0. That is going to be 0. So that is just going to be 6. And this is going to be f of x, that is going to be 6. And this is h over here. So now this is going to be 0 by h. And you know anything, if it is in the numerator, the 0, you get the answer as 0. So limit h tends to 0, 0. So now what will you get? We will write here. So here you don't have to write limit, just you have to write 0. So what will you write? Therefore, f dash x is 0. Because we are already here, we have put 0. So 0 divided by 0, this is 0. H tends, because this is h tends to 0. So now here, the next one, it says that g of x is x squared. So g dash x is limit h tends to 0. In place, because this is given as g, if it is given f, you will write here f. The formula remains the same. Here also you will write f, but here since this is g, you can write here g of x, x plus h minus g of x divided by h. So now what will you do? You will write here, this is x square. So you are going to write here x plus h. In place of x, you are going to write x plus h. And this is the square of it. So you will write here g of x plus h is x plus h whole bracket square. And this is g of x is x square. So you will write it as it is divided by h. So now what are you going to do? This is in the form of a plus b whole bracket square. So you know the formula a plus b whole bracket square. This I am writing for those who don't know. A square plus 2ab plus b square. So now, what is that? This is a and this is b. So a square means x square plus 2ab means 2xh plus b is h. So b square, and this is minus x square divided by h. So this and this gets cancelled. So now what remains is just here. From this one, what we can see, that we can take h common. So we will take here h common. What remains here is 2x and here h. So now divided by x. So actually this is multiplication. So we can cancel out this and this one. So now limit h tends to 0, 2x plus h. So now this is going to be 0. And what remains just is 2x. So this is the answer. So we can also write here vt. We can use any letter. 3 minus 14t. So now whenever we have such type of problem, first thing we are going to write a formula. So now what are you going to write here? This t plus h. This is going to be 3. 3 will be as it is. In place of t, you are going to write here t plus h. So 3 minus 14 into t plus h. minus, here Vt is what? 3 minus 14t. So now what are you going to do? We are going to expand it. So that is going to be 3 minus 14t minus 14h. Again, this you are going to remove the brackets, that is minus 3 minus minus becomes plus. This is 14t divided by h. So now what happens? This and this gets cancelled, plus and minus. Again, minus and plus this gets cancelled, 14t. So what remains here is minus 14h. So minus 14h divided by h. Now this is multiplication, so this can be cancelled. So limit h tends to 0 to minus 14, and you know whenever there is a constant piece, you just write the c. So this is without any variable, means it is a constant. So that will be minus 14. So the next one, g of x, is now there are 4 terms in it. So what are you going to do for this one? That is limit h tends to 0, g of x plus h minus g of x plus h. So see, this will be, these are going to be the long expressions. So just do it carefully. It looks messy, but still there's no option. So just look at it and do it carefully. So now what I'm going to do, this is x plus, this is x cubed. So you can write here. First we are just going to look for this part and later on for this one. So now we are going to put here x plus h cube. Then for this one minus 2, you will put here again x plus h square. So now this is x, so you are just going to put here x plus h. And then this is minus 1, that is as it is. So this part is only for this one. So now we are going to think about this one. So now what we will do, we have minus here. So minus you will write as it is, and g of x, you know, this is the whole thing what you are going to write, but that should be in the bracket because there is minus over here. And this will be h will be. So now you know this is in the form of a plus b cube. So now you know a formula for a plus b cube, that is a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. So now see how to remember this formula. Many of them like get confused with this formula. So this is a cube. So you know this is a cube. So now you will go in the descending order. So this will be a square. Let's think for the a first, and then a will be there, and in the last one nothing will be there. Now here, sorry for that. Again I'll write it. That is a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. So now I have finished for a part. Now let us see for b1. B means it starts from the second term. So b will go in the ascending order. It will increase. Then b square and b cube. So now hope you got it, how to remember this formula. So now what are you going to write here first? That will be, here is a, this is b. Now you know the formula. So that will be x cube plus 3 a square b, b means x square h. This is a and b. And you can just look at this formula. Just compare that formula, what I told you now. And now minus 2. And this is square, means it is in the form of a plus b whole bracket square. As I told you before, that is a plus b whole bracket square is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So you will write here x square plus 2ab, that is plus b square, means here is h. And now this whole thing you are going to write as it is. And here what will you do? Again, I haven't changed over here because it was a long expression. This and along the bracket, that thing again write the same. In the next step, we will expand the brackets. So this h as it is. So now what are you going to do? Again here, till here, you are going to write it as it is. Now we will remove the bracket, means minus 2x square minus 4x h, and this is going to be minus 2h square. So this part is done for this one. Now we will write this one same, x plus h minus 1, that is x plus h minus 1. As I said, it is going to look messy, but there is no option. So now minus x cube plus 2x square minus x cube plus 2x square, then minus x, and this minus becomes plus 1, and this is h, and this x tends to 0, same thing. Now what are you going to do? First let us see if anything cancels out. So what happens here? Here plus x cube and minus x cube gets cancelled, minus 2x square and plus 2x square gets cancelled, minus here plus x and minus x gets cancelled, minus 1 and plus 1 gets cancelled. So what remains for here is this, whatever remains, that we are going to write it And also there is h. No? Don't forget this one. It is very tiny, but so this is h over here divided by h here. So now what will you do from this? There are five, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. From these 5 terms, what you can see that is h is common. So you'll write here h, and then you know whatever remains is in the bracket divided by h. So this and this gets cancelled because this is multiplication. So remaining is this part. So now what you can do over here, now we will h tends to 0 means wherever there is h, we are going to put 0. So that is going to be multiplied means this term is gone. This term is gone means that is going to be 0. Again, this term also is gone because that is going to be 0 means anything multiplied by 0 is 0. So what remains is this, and this one. These 3 terms remain. So now we are not going to write here limit h tends to 0 because we have already cancelled with the 0. Now, so this is what is g dash x is the same one. What is written over here? Now let us see, this is g of x is 5 by x. So now what will you do? Gx, this is the formula what you are going to write here. Now 5 by x means now this one, this part, 1 by h, let us take it over outside the bracket. This will be as it is. So wherever you see x, you are going to put x plus h. So 5 will be just alone, and in place of this x, you are going to put x plus h. So now for this one, minus g of x. Minus g of x means this is 5 by x. So this is here. So now what will you do? This the same. We'll take the LCM. So LCM is going to be into x plus h. So into x. So this also should be multiplied. So here it is going to be 5x. And here you are going to write here x plus h. Because the LCM is x into x plus h. So now minus 5 into x plus h is here. So what remains in what is in the denominator is x into x plus h. That is the LCM now. So now this will be same. This is going to be the same. Minus 5x. Remove the bracket. Minus 5h. So now this, keep it as it is. So what cancels is this both cancel. So what remains here is this the same. 5x minus 5x remains, and this is the same over here. So now what will you do? This h and h gets cancelled because this is multiplication. So it is going to be minus 5 divided by x into x plus h. So this will be, when you expand this one, this is going to be x square plus xh. So now we are going to see for h, that is tending to 0. So this part is going to be 0 because, so this will cancel out because multiplied by 0 means it is going to be 0. So remaining is this one. So limit x tends to 0. That is minus 5 by x square. So you don't have to write your limit, sorry. That is minus 5 by x square. Because we have already put. So this is the answer. So now let us see here. Again, you are going to look for this one. So here what are you going to do? Wherever you see x, you are going to put x plus h in place of this x plus h, and this plus 1 is here. So this x plus h, because now see here, one thing I forgot to tell you, this will be, you will take this 1 by h outside, and then it's become easier for you to take the LCM. So now this is in place of this, you are going to write in place of this x, then we will write the x plus h, and this is plus 1. So this is the first part. And here, what are you going to write here? And sorry for this one, the denominator. Again, here you are going to put x plus h plus 4. So this is the denominator, what you are going to do. So this part is done. This part is done. So now you will think about f of x. So f of x means this thing, whole thing you are going to write it over here. So now again what you can see, the denominator is different. So we can take these things are going to be the same. So what is the LCM? X plus 4 is already this, but we need extra here. X plus h plus 4, and this is x plus 4. So we need here extra x plus 4 here, and here we need x plus h plus 4. So what are we going to do? This is extra. So we are going, this is what you need extra. So the same thing should be multiplied over here, x plus 4, because it is LCM, and here again x plus h plus 4. That is what is written, this into this one, this into this one. And this is minus, so you have to be careful. This is one bracket, and this one is here. And the LCM is this part, so you are going to write it Anyways, you can write it. You can write it over here. Rest, this is going to be the same. So now what are you going to do? First, you are going to think about this because this is for this part. So let us expand this one. So you can do by any ways. Like see here, x plus h for this part I'm talking about, h plus 1 into x plus 4. So what will you do? You will take this one x. So I will do it here, x plus h plus 1 into x plus 4. So now first thing you are going to take this x and you are going to multiply by this whole part. So what is that going to be? X square plus hx, or xh we can write, plus x. Then what will you write now? This is done. Now you will take for 4. Same, this whole thing you are going to multiply by 4. So you can also do separately 4 into x plus h plus 1. So you will expand it and see separately. So this is what we get for this part. Now let us think for this part. It is the same. Only the thing is you have to be careful with the minus sign and you have to expand this one, multiply and see for this one. And the denominator is the same. So now this is the same. So now you are just going to write all this the same minus sign and just remove the bracket, minus x square. Just put that minus inside this one and solve it. So the inside sign changes. So this becomes minus, this also becomes minus, this also becomes minus. All the terms becomes minus because there is a minus sign over here. And this is the denominator, the same. So now what cancels out this and this? Xh and hx, both is the same. So plus 5x minus 5x plus 4 minus 4. And what remains is 4h minus h. 4h plus 4h plus 4 minus 1 means plus 3. So this is going to be plus 3, but that is h. And this, the same. So now what you can do, this is multiplication, so this can be cancelled, h can be cancelled. So remains is 3 divided by this part. So now what you can see here, h tends to 0 means this is plus, so there is no problem. Only what remains here is x plus 4, and this is already x plus 4, this one. So what you can write here, 2 times the same, so you will write here x plus 4 whole bracket square. So now, so you don't have to write this limit. So this is part, this is because we have already solved over here. So now, so this is the answer. What is that? F dash x is. So then now let us see the next part, that is f of x is when it is in a root. So this is the formula. So you are going to write here x plus h in wherever you see x. So that should be in a root, that is x plus h. So minus 4. So this is the first part which is here. And here f of x, here, this you are going to write here. So this is going to be this part. So we are going to write here f of x. So this is that part divided by h. So now what will you do here? This we can take, either we can take here outside or we can take it for any one side, we can take h. It can also be taken over here, or you can just put it below any either for this or this part. So now what will you do here? We can do one thing, we can put for both of them because there are this as well as this one. So both of them, let us keep that h over here. And then now you can see this is in the root side and the numerator, both the this is in the root. So what are we going to do? We are going to rationalize the numerator. Now in whenever you are rationalizing the numerator, these are the two things here, and in between is minus. So what will be here, both are going to be the same. Only if this is minus, that will become plus over here, and suppose here is plus and there is the root over here, that is going to be minus. So only the difference is that, the rest everything is the same. And now this is extra. So in the denominator also you should write the same things, whatever you wrote. And this h is over from here. So now what you can see here, now this is in the form of a minus b, because this is also a, this is also a. Now this is also b, this is also b. So what you know here, this is plus. So a minus b into a plus b, you know the formula, a minus b into a plus b, that is a square minus b square. So we can write here, when you square this a square, so the root sign goes out. So what will you get? Just a plain this number without a root. And same for the here. What will you get over here? That is minus, plus minus becomes this minus here, because we have a square minus b square. So again the root goes off, only the plane the number, only once. And divided by this and this whole part, this that is here. So now what will do? You are going to expand the brackets. So now this sign will be, this one, you have to change it. So it is going to be 3x plus 3h minus 4. Here it will be minus 3x plus 4, minus 3x plus 4. So now plus 3x and minus 3x can cancel. This and this gets cancelled. What remains is 3h divided by h and this whole part. So now this is multiplication. So this and this will get cancelled. So what remains in here? And see here, one thing we can do here, h tends to 0, and we can write in the next step. So this is going to be 0. So here remains just x. So what will you write here? This will be 3x minus 4 plus root of 3x minus 4. So here, what we can write here? This is 2 times. So a minus b whole bracket square, but that is in the root. So that is going to be just a minus b. So that is this one. So you can just write here 3x minus 4. And this one will be just 3. And this is 2 times. So what is that? 3x minus 4. That is, so we will write here twice into root of 3x x minus 4. Because this goes up, and you can see this 2 times. So we can write here twice into 3x minus 4. So now that is, you will write here f dash x is the same over here. So by this one, you have completed today's work. Do like and subscribe to my channel so that you get the notification of the other parts. Thank you.